Hello all, welcome back to Pably Connect. So in this video, we are going to understand how to add healthcare and medical equipments IndiaMart inquiries to Google Sheets. So are you also running a healthcare and medical equipments business? Then this video is definitely for you. So here I'm doing the same and I use IndiaMart to sell my products online. So now what I want is that as soon as a new inquiry is received through my IndiaMart account, automatically the details of that inquiry should be added to my Google Sheets. So for this, we are going to create a connection between IndiaMart and Google Sheets. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pably Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So I'm going to do all of this so that I can convert my potential clients into paying clients. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to understand how to add healthcare and medical equipment IndiaMart inquiries to Google Sheets. So as you know that I run a business that sells healthcare and medical equipment and I regularly receive a lot of inquiries through IndiaMart for same. So to streamline this process, what I want is that as soon as a new inquiry is received from my IndiaMart account, automatically the details of that inquiry should be added right over here in my spreadsheet. So this way, all my potential customers' inquiries, including contact details and product interest, are organized in one place for easy tracking and follow-up. So this setup saves time and ensures that no potential leads are missed, allowing me to focus on responding and closing deals effectively. So to do all of this, I have simply opened the landing page of Pably by searching pably.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pably, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And as soon as we are going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pably apps. Over here, you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pably. But in today's video, we are going to use Pably Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pably Connect account. And as soon as we are going to click on access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, I'm going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and over here on my dashboard you can see all the folders which I've created previously in which I can save my workflows. And if you wish to learn how to create a folder or a subfolder, you can click on this hyperlink given right over here which says learn more. And now it is asking me for the workflow name. So I want the name of my workflow to be how to add healthcare and medical equipment IndiaMart inquiries to Google Sheets. And then we are going to click on create, and as soon as we are going to click on create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and the actions are response towards that particular command. And in order to start with this automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for our trigger application, I'm going to select it as IndiaMart because I want that as soon as a new lead or a new inquiry is received through my IndiaMart account, automatically my workflow should be triggered. And now it's asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event means on the event where the workflow will start. So here I want that as soon as a new lead is received, the workflow should start. And as soon as we are going to select the trigger event, it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our IndiaMart account and our Pably's workflow. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to copy this webhook URL and then we are going to follow this help text, and it is saying log into your IndiaMart account. And as you can see that this is my IndiaMart account and I've already logged in it. And now in order to connect this account with my workflow, what we have to do is we have to go on left side bar. You can see lead manager. So we have to go on this lead manager. And as soon as we are going to open the lead manager, you can see a menu right over here. So we are going to go on this and then import export leads. And then we're going to go on push API right from here. And now it is asking me to select the source. So over here you can see that in the help text it is saying choose other in select source option. So I'm going to select the source as other right over here. And as soon as we're going to select the source, it is asking me for the CRM platform name and the webhook listener URL. So again we're going to open my workflow and it is saying enter Pably Connect in CRM platform name. So we have to enter Pably Connect right over here in a CRM platform name. And now for the webhook listener URL, we are going to paste the URL which we copied from from our workflow. And after doing both of this, I'm going to click on save details. And as soon as I'm going to click on save details, it is asking me for the reason. So it is asking me for the reason why I want to send the inquiries or the leads to another application. So I'm going to select it as this. I can easily assign leads to my sales team and manage their performance. And then we're going to click to generate OTP, and now it has sent me OTP. So I'm going to look for the OTP and enter it. And now you can see that this is my OTP. After entering it, I'm going to click on submit. And as soon as we're going to click on submit, you can see that yes, we have successfully connected our IndiaMart account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now with this, what it is saying is waiting for a webhook response. And in the notes, it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. And in order to do this test submission, what we are going to do is I'm going to open my another IndiaMart account and we're going to generate a demo lead, or we can say that we are going to submit a dummy inquiry. So for that, I'm going to open that account. And yes, over here you can see that this is my account. Over here you can see the details of my account. You can see the name is test, you can see the number and the email. So now after opening this, what we have to do is we have to search for products right over here, which is Magnet Brain Software Technologies. So I'm going to search for Magnet Brain Software Technologies Private Limited right over here. And as you can see the same, so we are going to open it. And as soon as we are going to do so, you can see Pabbly Connect right over here. So before doing the test submission, I'm just going to let you know that I'm going to submit a dummy lead or a test inquiry. So for that, I'm going to click on contact supplier right over here, and it is asking me for the message or the query. So I'm going to enter my query right over here, which says I'm interested in purchasing hospital beds, ventilators and diagnostic equipment. Can you please share pricing, availability and product specifications? And then we are going to click on submit right over here, and now it is asking me for the GST number. So as you can see that this is not the required field, so I'm going to leave it as blank and click on submit directly. And as soon as we are going to do so, it is saying thank you, your details have been sent to Magnet Brain Software Technology Private Limited. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our test submission, and now what has happened is that IndiaMart has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not. So I'm going to open my workflow, and yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured response A and we have successfully received a response. But before opening this response, first I'll open my IndiaMart account, and over here we are going to refresh this lead manager and check for the lead received over here too. And you can see we have received the query right over here too, which is I'm interested in purchasing hospital beds, and the rest of the query message. And now this message has been forwarded to our workflow too. You can see that we have received response A, and you can see all the details. You can see the status, you can see the unique query ID, you can see the subject too, which is requirement for Pabbly Connect free demo available. So you can see that this is a default subject because I'm using a test IndiaMart account. If you're using a live account, you're going to receive the subject of your product query only. And over here you can see the rest of the details too, which is sender state, you can see the pin code, you can see the name, which was test lead. I'm going to show you the another details. You can see over here is the mobile number, you can see the email too. We are going to move on forward. You can see the company, you can see the city, and over here you can see the address. And the main thing is this, which is message text. So you can see the query that we entered, which is I am interested in purchasing hospital beds, ventilators and diagnostic equipments. Can you please share the pricing, availability and product specification? So yes, this is the main query which we entered, and we have received the same right over here too. And now receiving on this, we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as we receive a new inquiry from my IndiaMart account, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. And now what I want is that the details of these inquiries should be added right over here in my spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my action application as Google Sheets. So I'm going to search for Google Sheets right over here, and as you can see Google Sheets, so we are going to select it. And after doing this, it is asking me for the action event. So I'm going to select the action event as add new row because I want to add a new row right over here in my Google Sheets. And then we're going to click on connect, and now it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then we are going to click on sign in with Google. And as soon as we are going to click on sign in with Google, over here you can see that it is asking me to select my Gmail account. So I'm going to select my Gmail account account right from here. And after selecting my Gmail account, you can see that Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on allow right over here and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow. Pabbly is safe, and as soon as we are going to click on allow, you can see authorization successful. So this means that we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly's workflow. And over here also you can see connected. And now it is asking me to select the name of my spreadsheet. So over here you can see the name of my spreadsheet is new leads and queries. So I'm going to select the same right over here, which is new leads and queries. And as soon as we are going to select the name of our spreadsheet right over here, it is asking me to select the sheet. So as you can see that I have only a single sheet in my spreadsheet, so that's why it is automatically selecting sheet 1. And now we're going to move on forward. It is asking me for the name, email and query. So you can see that these are the same details which we have entered right over here in our columns of our Google Sheets. So I'm going to fill in these details one by one, but we are not going to enter these details manually. What we are going to do is we are going to map these details. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected IndiaMart as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm going to give you an example that over here it is asking me for the name, right? So let's suppose that I'm going to enter the name right over here manually, suppose test lead right over here. Then this will not change with every new response received, because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But if we are going to map this from the previous response, suppose I'm going to search for name right over here, and as you can see name test lead. So let's suppose that we're going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And after mapping the name, we are going to map the email too. So I'm going to open my response and search for email right over here. And as you can see, email test@pabblytudes.com. So we are going to map it. We are going to do same for the mobile number too. I'm going to search for it, and as you can see the mobile numbers, we are going to map it. We are going to move on forward. We are going to map the query too. I'm going to search for message right over here, and as you can see that this is the message. I'm interested in purchasing hospital beds, ventilators and diagnostic equipments. Can you please share the price, availability and product specifications? And then we are going to click on save and send test request, and as soon as we're going to do so, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully added these details in our Google Sheets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Google Sheets and check for the details added. So I'm going to open my Google Sheets, and as you can see the details have been added right over here. You can see the query, I'm interested in purchasing hospital beds, and the same message. You can see the name, you can see the email and the phone number too. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, but I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for the trigger application, we selected IndiaMart. For the trigger event, we selected new leads. For the action application, we selected Google Sheets, and then for the action event, we selected add new row, because I wanted that as soon as a new lead is received from my IndiaMart account, automatically the details of that lead or that inquiry should be added right over here in my spreadsheet like this. And yes, we were successful with our workflow too, and this way all my potential customer inquiries, including contact details and product interest, are organized in one place for easy tracking and follow-up. This setup saves me time, ensures no potential leads are missed, and allowing me to focus on responding and closing deals more effectively. And yes, as soon as we are going to set up this automation, we don't have to come right over here back and again to click on save and send test request. As soon as we are going to receive a new lead or a new inquiry from my IndiaMart account, automatically the details for the same will be added in my Google Sheets without any manual efforts. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.